Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode of our podcast. Today, we're going to talk about something that's important to all of us healthy eating and living a balanced lifestyle. We've all heard about the benefits, but putting them into practice can be a little tricky sometimes, right?
5. Absolutely. There's so much information out there, and it can get overwhelming. From what to eat to how much water to drink, there are so many opinions. But today, we'll break it down into simple tips that anyone can follow.
Right. We'll focus on realistic approaches to healthy eating, things you can start doing today without completely changing your lifestyle overnight.
And we'll also touch on the role that food plays in your overall health. Sometimes people think healthy eating is all about losing weight, but it's really about fueling your body and keeping yourself energized.
Exactly, and we'll share some tips on how to maintain a balanced diet without feeling deprived. So, let's dive in. So, Thomas, one of the first things we should probably talk about is understanding the types of nutrients our bodies need. It's not just about cutting calories, right?
Definitely not. A lot of people focus too much on calories, but what's more important is the quality of the food you're eating. We need a balance of proteins, carbs, fats, vitamins, and minerals.
Exactly. Carbs, for example, often get a bad reputation, but they're actually your body's main source of energy. The key is to choose healthy carbs like whole grains and vegetables over refined sugars.
And fats, too. People sometimes think all fats are bad, but your body needs healthy fats to function properly. Foods like avocados, nuts, and olive oil are great sources of good fats.
Yes, it's all about balance and making sure you're getting a little bit of everything your body needs. So, listeners, don't be afraid of carbs and fats, they're essential. Now let's talk about something we all tend to overlook: hydration. Drinking enough water is so important, but it's easy to forget during a busy day.
True. A lot of people don't realize just how crucial water is for everything, from digestion to maintaining energy levels throughout the day.
I try to carry a water bottle with me everywhere I go. It's a simple habit, but it really makes a difference in how I feel.
That's a great tip. I've also heard that sometimes when you think you're hungry, you're actually just thirsty. So, staying hydrated can help with overeating too.
Exactly. Aiming for at least 8 glasses of water a day is a good start. But remember to listen to your body. Everyone's needs are a bit different. Let's switch gears and talk about mindful eating. Have you ever heard of it, Thomas?
Oh yeah, mindful eating is all about paying attention to what and how you eat, right?
Exactly. It's about being present during your meals, taking the time to really enjoy the flavors and textures of your food, rather than just eating on autopilot.
It can be hard to do in today's fast-paced world, though. We're so used to eating in front of our computers or while watching TV.
That's true, but even small changes can help. For example, try to sit down at a table without distractions and really focus on your meal. It can make a big difference.
I've tried that, and I noticed that I eat less because I'm more aware of when I'm full. It's a great way to prevent overeating.
Another big question people often have is about supplements. Should we be taking them? Do we really need them if we eat a balanced diet?
That's a good question. In an ideal world, we'd get all of our nutrients from food, but the reality is that sometimes we need a little extra help.
Right. For example, if you're vegetarian or vegan, you might need to take a B12 supplement since it's mostly found in animal products.
Exactly. And if you live in a place that doesn't get much sunlight, you might need a vitamin D supplement too.
But it's important to remember that supplements are just that, supplements. They should never replace a healthy, balanced diet.
Agreed. It's always best to consult with a healthcare professional before adding any new supplements to your routine.
Let's dive into a topic that a lot of people struggle with: emotional eating. Have you ever reached for a snack when you were feeling stressed or bored, Thomas?
Oh, absolutely. It's something I think everyone can relate to. Food can become a source of comfort when we're dealing with tough emotions.
Yes, but the problem is that emotional eating doesn't really solve anything, it just makes us feel better for a moment. And it can lead to overeating or making unhealthy food choices.
Right, and that's why it's so important to find healthier ways to cope with stress or boredom, like going for a walk, talking to a friend, or even journaling.
Exactly. And becoming more aware of your emotional triggers can help you break the habit of turning to food for comfort.
It's definitely a journey, but with a little mindfulness, it's something we can all work on.
So, Thomas, let's talk about meal planning. I know it's something that can really help people stay on track with their healthy eating goals.
Absolutely. Planning your meals in advance can save you from making last-minute, unhealthy food choices. Plus, it makes grocery shopping a lot easier.
Exactly. I like to plan my meals for the week on Sunday. It doesn't have to be complicated, just having a general idea of what you'll eat can help you make better choices.
I agree, and you don't have to make everything from scratch. You can meal prep on the weekend or cook in batches to save time during the week.
That's a great tip, and don't forget to include a variety of food groups in your meals. Try to have a source of protein, healthy fats, and some fruits or vegetables in every meal.
Definitely. Meal planning can seem overwhelming at first, but once you get into the habit, it really simplifies your week and keeps you on track with your health goals.
Let's talk about snacking for a minute. Snacks can either help or hurt your healthy eating plan, depending on what you choose.
Right. I think the key is to have healthy snacks on hand so you're not tempted by junk food when you get hungry.
Exactly. I love keeping things like nuts, yogurt, and fruit around for quick, healthy snacks. They're satisfying and nutritious.
That's a good idea, and portion control is important too. It's easy to overeat snacks if you're not paying attention, even if they're healthy ones.
True. I like to proportion my snacks into small containers so I don't accidentally eat too much.
Smart. It's all about making healthy choices easy and convenient.
Thomas, stress seems to be a big factor that can derail healthy eating and fitness routines. How do you manage it?
You're right. Stress can easily lead to overeating or skipping workouts. One thing I try to do is focus on small wins. If I can't make it to the gym, I'll do a quick 15-minute workout at home. It's better than nothing. You're right, stress can easily lead to overeating or skipping workouts. One thing I try to do is focus on small wins. If I can't make it to the gym, I'll do a quick 15-minute workout at home. It's better than nothing.
That's a great point. Stress management doesn't always mean removing stress entirely. It's about finding small ways to stay balanced. I found that taking a few minutes for deep breathing or even a short walk helps keep me on track with my goals.
Absolutely. And I think it's important to remind ourselves that we're human. There will be days when we fall off track, and that's okay. What matters is getting back on as soon as possible.
Yes, and not punishing yourself for slip-ups is key. I think too many people let one bad meal or missed workout derail their entire week.
Exactly. Consistency is more important than perfection. And that applies to both healthy eating and exercise. If you have a bad day, just try again tomorrow.
For sure, plus, having a support system helps. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage and motivate you can make a huge difference in how you manage stress and stay on track.
Agreed. Whether it's a workout buddy, family member, or even an online community, having people to cheer you on can help you stay motivated and keep stress at bay.
That's a great tip. I love using frozen veggies because they last longer and are just as nutritious as fresh ones. Plus, they're usually more affordable.
Exactly. And things like beans, lentils, and whole grains are also very budget-friendly. They're packed with nutrients, and you can buy them in bulk, which saves even more money.
Yes, and planning your meals ahead of time also helps. If you know what you're going to eat for the week, you can make a list and stick to it when grocery shopping, which helps avoid impulse buys.
Definitely. And cooking at home is always cheaper than eating out. Even making a simple salad or stir fry can be more affordable and healthier than ordering takeout.
Absolutely. And don't forget about leftovers. Cooking larger portions and having leftovers for lunch the next day is a great way to save both time and money.
Great point, Jennifer. Healthy eating doesn't have to break the bank. It's all about smart shopping and making the most of affordable, nutritious ingredients.
Another key aspect of healthy living that often gets overlooked is hydration. How much water do you aim to drink in a day, Thomas?
I try to drink at least 8 glasses of water a day, but sometimes it can be challenging. I've found that carrying a reusable water bottle with me helps me stay on track.
That's a great tip. I always keep a water bottle on my desk while I'm working, and I make it a point to finish it by lunchtime. It's an easy way to remind myself to stay hydrated throughout the day.
Exactly. I also try to drink a glass of water first thing in the morning before anything else. It helps wake me up and start the day on a healthy note.
That's a good idea. Staying hydrated is so important for digestion, energy levels, and even your skin. Plus, sometimes when you think you're hungry, you're really just thirsty.
Right. A lot of people confuse thirst with hunger. Drinking water regularly throughout the day can help you avoid unnecessary snacking.
Definitely. And if plain water gets boring, you can always add a slice of lemon or cucumber for a little flavor without any added calories.
Exactly. There are so many simple ways to stay hydrated and keep your body running at its best.
We've talked a lot about physical health, but mental health is just as important. How do you think mental well-being ties into staying healthy, Thomas?
I think it's essential. If your mental health isn't in a good place, it's much harder to stay motivated to eat well and exercise. Stress, anxiety, and even depression can really take a toll on your overall wellness.
Absolutely. And I think that's why it's so important to practice self-care and find ways to manage stress. For me, meditation and journaling help clear my mind and stay focused on my goals.
That's great. I find that spending time outdoors or even just taking a few minutes to unplug from my phone and relax can do wonders for my mental state.
Yes, spending time in nature is such a great way to reset. I also think talking about your feelings with friends or a therapist can help lighten the mental load, especially when life gets overwhelming.
Definitely. We can't forget that mental health is a big part of the overall picture. If we're not taking care of our minds, it becomes much harder to take care of our bodies.
Exactly. And taking small steps to prioritize mental health, whether through mindfulness, therapy, or simply relaxing, can help us stay balanced and on track with our physical health goals. Reading food labels can be confusing, right? There's so much information packed onto those tiny labels. How do you approach it, Thomas?
It can definitely be overwhelming, but I try to focus on a few key things. First, I look at the ingredients list. If I see a lot of things I can't pronounce or recognize, that's usually a red flag.
Same here. The fewer ingredients, the better. I also check for things like added sugars and unhealthy fats, which can be hidden in processed foods.
Exactly. Another thing I pay attention to is the serving size. Sometimes a package looks like it's 1 serving, but when you check the label, it's actually 2 or 3. That can really throw off your calorie count.
Yes, serving sizes can be tricky. I also try to look at the percentages for things like sodium and fiber. You want to aim for foods that are high in fiber and low in sodium to support a healthy diet.
Definitely. And while the calorie count is important, it's not the only thing that matters. The quality of the ingredients is just as crucial as the number of calories.
Exactly. Paying attention to labels can help you make more informed choices and stay on track with your healthy eating goals. I think a lot of parents struggle with getting their kids to eat healthy. Do you have any tips for building healthy eating habits for children?
That's a big challenge for sure. I think one of the best things parents can do is lead by example. If kids see their parents eating fruits and vegetables, they're more likely to do the same.
Absolutely. Making healthy food fun and interactive helps too. For example, letting kids help in the kitchen can make them more excited to eat the food they've prepared.
That's a great idea. Another thing that works well is offering a variety of healthy options and letting kids choose what they want. If they feel like they have some control, they're more likely to try new things.
Yes, and not making a big deal out of bad foods is important too. It's okay for kids to have a treat now and then, but emphasizing balance is key.
Definitely. It's about teaching them that healthy eating doesn't have to be boring or restrictive. You can still enjoy your favorite foods in moderation.
Exactly. And starting young helps kids develop a positive relationship with food that will last into adulthood.
For sure, healthy eating habits learned early in life can have a lasting impact on a child's overall health and well-being.
We've covered a lot about nutrition and fitness, but sleep is another critical factor in maintaining overall health. How many hours of sleep do you aim for each night, Thomas?
I try to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. It's not always easy, but I've noticed a huge difference in my energy levels and mood when I'm well-rested.
I'm the same way. Sleep is so important for recovery, both mentally and physically. I've read that lack of sleep can even impact your hunger hormones, making it harder to maintain a healthy diet.
That's true. When we're sleep deprived, we tend to crave more sugary and high-fat foods. So, getting enough sleep is key to sticking to healthy eating habits.
Definitely. And it's not just about the number of hours you need good quality sleep too. Things like reducing screen time before bed and creating a relaxing bedtime routine can make a big difference.
Exactly. I've found that winding down with a book or some light stretching helps me sleep better. It's all about finding what works for you and sticking to it.
Agreed. Prioritizing sleep is essential for overall health and well-being. It's one of those things that can often get overlooked, but it really shouldn't be.
Right, sleep, along with a balanced diet and regular exercise, forms the foundation of a healthy lifestyle.
Have you ever tried mindful eating, Thomas? I think it's a great way to slow down and really enjoy your food.
Yes, I have. Mindful eating has helped me become more aware of my hunger and fullness cues. Instead of eating quickly or while distracted, I try to focus on each bite and savor the flavors.
That's such a good approach. I used to eat in front of the TV, and before I knew it, I'd finished my meal without even realizing it. Now I try to eat at the table without distractions, and it's made a big difference.
Exactly. Eating mindfully not only helps with portion control, but it also makes the whole experience more enjoyable. You're more likely to appreciate the taste and texture of your food when you're not rushing through it.
Definitely. I think a lot of people struggle with overeating because they don't give their body enough time to signal that they're full. Slowing down and eating mindfully can help prevent that.
For sure, and it's not just about what we eat, but how we eat. Paying attention to our food and being present in the moment can lead to healthier habits in the long run.
Absolutely, mindful eating is a simple yet effective way to maintain a healthy relationship with food. Let's talk about sugar. It's in so many of the foods we eat, and too much of it can have serious effects on our health. How do you manage your sugar intake, Thomas?
I try to limit added sugars as much as possible. It's easy to go overboard, especially with processed foods, so I always check labels for hidden sugars. I also swap sugary snacks with fruits or nuts when I can.
That's a great approach. I found that cutting back on sugary drinks made a big difference for me. I used to drink soda regularly, but now I stick to water or herbal teas, and I feel so much better.
Exactly. Sugary drinks are one of the biggest sources of added sugar in our diets. Cutting them out or reducing them can have a huge impact on your overall sugar consumption.
And it's not just about weight gain. Too much sugar can lead to a range of health issues, from tooth decay to an increased risk of heart disease and diabetes.
Absolutely. The key is moderation. You don't have to cut out sugar completely, but being mindful of how much you're consuming is important for maintaining good health.
Exactly. Small changes, like choosing whole fruits over sugary snacks or drinking water instead of soda, can go a long way in reducing sugar intake.
For sure, and once you start cutting back on sugar, you'll notice that your cravings for it decrease over time.
Staying motivated to maintain a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially over the long term. How do you keep yourself motivated, Thomas?
For me, it's all about setting realistic goals and celebrating small victories. Whether it's hitting a new personal best in the gym or trying a new healthy recipe, those little wins keep me motivated.
I love that. I think a lot of people get discouraged when they don't see immediate results, but focusing on progress, no matter how small, is key to staying on track. That's such great advice. I also find that having a workout buddy or joining a fitness class helps keep me accountable. When you have someone to share the journey with, it's easier to stay motivated.
Definitely, support from friends or even an online community can make a big difference. And switching things up, like trying new exercises or recipes, can keep things fresh and exciting.
Absolutely. Staying motivated is all about making healthy habits enjoyable and sustainable in the long run.
For sure, it's not about perfection, it's about consistency and finding joy in the process.
Traveling can make it difficult to stick to healthy eating habits. How do you stay on track when you're on the road, Thomas?
It can definitely be challenging, but I try to plan ahead. I always pack healthy snacks like nuts, fruit, or granola bars to avoid grabbing unhealthy options at the airport or gas station.
That's smart. I do something similar. I also make it a point to research healthy restaurants or grocery stores at my destination before I travel, so I know where to find good options.
Exactly. And when eating out, I try to make balanced choices, like opting for grilled meats or salads instead of fried food. It's all about moderation, especially when you're on vacation.
Yes, and staying hydrated is important too. I always carry a reusable water bottle when I travel to make sure I'm drinking enough water throughout the day.
For sure, and while it's okay to indulge a little while traveling, I try to stick to my usual routine as much as possible, like starting my day with a healthy breakfast.
Absolutely. It's all about balance. You can enjoy yourself while traveling without completely abandoning your healthy habits.
Exactly. Planning ahead and making mindful choices can help you stay on track, even when you're away from home.
Balancing a busy work schedule with a healthy lifestyle can be tough. How do you manage to fit in exercise and meal prep with your work, Thomas?
It's definitely a challenge, but I try to stay organized. I meal prep on Sundays so that I have healthy meals ready for the week. That way, I don't have to worry about cooking after a long day at work.
That's a great idea. I do something similar, and it saves so much time. I also try to fit in short workouts, even if it's just a 20-minute session. It's better than skipping it altogether.
Exactly. I've learned that consistency is more important than the duration of the workout. Even if I can't make it to the gym, a quick workout at home helps me stay active.
And I think it's important to set boundaries with work too. It's easy to let work take over, but scheduling time for yourself, whether it's for exercise or meal prep, helps keep a balance.
For sure, I also make it a point to take short breaks throughout the day to stretch or go for a quick walk. It helps clear my mind and keeps me energized.
That's such a good tip. Finding small ways to stay active and organized throughout the week is key to maintaining a healthy lifestyle, even with a busy schedule. Stress is something we all deal with, and it can really impact our health if we're not careful. How do you manage stress, Thomas?
I've found that exercise is one of the best ways to relieve stress. Whether it's a run, a yoga session, or even just a walk, physical activity helps me clear my mind and reduce tension. Meditation is something I've been meaning to try more consistently. I've heard so many good things about how it helps reduce anxiety and improve overall well-being.
Definitely. It's all about finding what works for you. Some people prefer physical activity, while others find peace in stillness. The important thing is to make time for stress relief, whatever form it takes.
Absolutely. I also make sure to get enough sleep and stay hydrated, which makes a big difference in how I handle stress.
Yes, taking care of your body and mind is crucial for managing stress. A balanced lifestyle helps us cope better with life's challenges.
Exactly. We can't avoid stress, but we can learn how to manage it in healthier ways.
Having a strong support system can really help when it comes to maintaining healthy habits. Who do you rely on for support, Thomas?
My family and friends are a big part of my support system. They encourage me to stay on track with my goals and are always there to listen when I need to talk.
That's wonderful. I think having people who understand your goals and challenges makes all the difference. I also find that joining a fitness group or an online community helps keep me motivated.
Absolutely. Being part of a community, whether it's in person or online, can provide accountability and encouragement. Sometimes just knowing that others are going through similar experiences helps a lot.
Definitely. And it's not just about exercise. Having people who support your overall well-being, including mental health and diet, is so important.
For sure, I've learned that surrounding yourself with positive influences can make it easier to stick to healthy habits, especially when things get tough.
Exactly. A good support system is like a safety net. It helps you bounce back when you face setbacks. We often talk about food and exercise, but hydration is another crucial aspect of maintaining good health. How do you make sure you're drinking enough water, Thomas?
I carry a water bottle with me everywhere I go. It's a simple habit, but it really helps me stay on top of my hydration throughout the day.
That's a great tip. I do the same thing. I also like to set reminders on my phone to drink water, especially when I'm working and might forget to take breaks.
That's a smart idea. I've noticed that when I'm well hydrated, I have more energy and my concentration improves. It's one of those small things that makes a big difference.
Exactly. Water is essential for so many bodily functions, from regulating temperature to supporting digestion. It's easy to overlook, but staying hydrated is so important for overall health.
Absolutely. And while it's important to drink water, I also try to eat water-rich foods like fruits and vegetables, which contribute to my daily hydration.
Yes, that's a good point. Hydration isn't just about drinking. Eating hydrating foods can also help keep your body balanced.
For sure, staying hydrated is one of the easiest ways to support your health.
Stretching is often overlooked, but it's such an important part of staying healthy and injury-free. Do you incorporate stretching into your routine, Thomas?
I do, especially after workouts. Stretching helps improve flexibility and reduce muscle soreness, which is really important for recovery.
I completely agree. I've found that even just a few minutes of stretching each day makes a big difference in how my body feels, especially as I get older. Definitely, stretching helps prevent injuries and keeps the muscles and joints flexible. It's something that doesn't take much time, but it has huge benefits. Yes, and it can also help improve posture and reduce tension in the body, especially if you're sitting at a desk all day.
Exactly. I've started doing some stretches during my breaks at work, and it really helps me stay limber and focused.
That's a great habit. Stretching isn't just for after a workout. It's something we can incorporate into our daily routine to stay healthy and active.
Absolutely. It's a small investment of time that can lead to big benefits for our bodies.
We've talked a lot about health, fitness, and wellness, but at the end of the day, it's all about balance. How do you maintain balance in your life, Thomas? For me, balance means making time for both work and self-care. It's about setting boundaries and not overcommitting to one area of my life at the expense of others. That's so important. I think a lot of people struggle with finding that balance, especially with work. It's easy to let it take over, but taking time for yourself is essential.
Exactly. I've learned to prioritize the things that matter most to me, whether it's spending time with loved ones, exercising, or just relaxing. Balance is about making sure all aspects of life get attention.
Definitely. And balance looks different for everyone. It's about finding what works for you and making adjustments when needed.
Right. It's not about being perfect all the time. Some days will be more focused on work, while others might be about relaxation or self-care. The key is to stay flexible and not be too hard on yourself.
Exactly. Life is all about ebb and flow. When we strive for balance, we can enjoy a healthier and more fulfilling life.
Absolutely. It's a lifelong process, but it's worth it for our mental, physical, and emotional well-being.